Good evening, everyone. Techstar says he hears me yawning once in a while. I do. That's mostly because of my medication, though. I have medication that really kind of messes me up. Makes me tired during the middle of the day. And I just live with it. I deal with it. I'm mostly tired between, about 1 p.m. and, say about 7 p.m. And then by 8 p.m. I'm raring to go. Can't seem to sleep any of the rest of the day. Oh, we're here for one of the feature roles of the week. And this one should be pretty exciting. It's a 1947D roll. The 1947D is not that well known for double dies, but there are a number of nice repunch mint marks, and if this turns out to be a high-grade roll, man, imagine the possibilities. Higher-grade coins are really worth some good money. Let's see who we have. Majestic Sounds of Coins, Techstar, Eric Beyer, Paul Hampton, Jason Lautzenheiser, Farm Dog, Paula Bloom. Hello, Paula. I'm finishing up putting the inserts into the flips, if you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm up to number 44, so it'll come along pretty fast. I'll get this done here in just a second. Be ready to move on. Hello, Chuck. So Chuck's gone to calling himself Chuck number 2, and I'm Chuck number 1. So, hello, Chuck number 2. Yeah, all right. You know, one of the first things I think I want to do today is I actually want to go look at, I'm going to use Variety Vista for this just because their images are more inclusive all in one screen, so we don't have to scroll so much. But I want to go through what double dies should we expect in this. Now we go to the obverse listings. There are no 1947Ds listed. So we go to the reverse, and in 47D, we have a relatively decent double die reverse. This is the lower left wheat stem. It's a decent double die. It's not great, but it's decent. But when we look at the RPMs, I don't like how his website does, but go to the RPMs and look at 1947D RPMs. You've got this one with the little stem sticking up. You've got this one with the bulge to the south. You've got this one with a little bit more to the south. The rest of them are okay. And so that kind of my point. Just wanted to show you guys some of what we could expect today. And I have right here my 50 names. They're going to go into the bag. Names are in the bag. Grab my roll. And this will be my roll right here. Get my tool and start picking it apart, because it could take some time. Well, this one's gonna be nice to me. Sometimes these are a real pain to get open, and sometimes they're relatively easy. You pop my chat out real quick so I can see what's going on. That's what I was missing. My chat on the wrong side of the room over here. Hawkeye. Hello, Hawkeye. Tim Crowell. Having pizza for dinner? Awesome. I'm having some sort of fried potatoes, chicken, and collard greens. And I made the collard greens. I like good southern cooking. Can take the boy out of the South, but you can't ever take the South out of the boy. All right, here we go. I'm going to do it so that the wrapper goes over the coins. And there we go. We have a roll of 19. Oh, excuse me. Boy, I exploded. A good old roll of 1947 D-Lincoln cents here. I was just using cayenne pepper not long ago. Got to me. First coin in the roll is going to go to Sissy Atwell. Let's take a look at this first coin and see what we are to expect. It's pretty nice. Not an RPM. Sissy swerving all over the road. I'll tell you, Sissy, if you need a look. Thank you, folks. Let's see. This is the side that was exposed to the outer air, and it got a little bit of a circle of death on it. There's nothing left of this coin that is highly noteworthy, so we will bag it, tag it, and move it on. And going on to coin number 2. Coin number 2 will go to Midnight Silver Run. Just kind of giving it a once over before I stick it under. I can see that there's a scrape mark on the jaw. That's a little scrape mark right there on the jaw, but other than that, it looks nice. Looks really nice. Got decent luster. That almost looks like Class 6 doubling right there. Check around again. That's the only evidence really I see of it, so we're not going to possess ourselves with that at this moment. Looking for hub doubling on the reverse. Now there's a 46 Philadelphia and a 47 Philadelphia that have strong doubling in this area here. That tells me there's some chance we could run into strong doubling in that area, because it's only by happen chance that dies are Philadelphia dies or other like Denver and San Francisco dies. And the reason it's only by happen chance is because all those dies were made in the same place. They were all made in the die shop in Philadelphia. Andrew O'Neill, Black Cloud Mining. Not seeing anything here yet. We're looking for anything, because you know anything is possible. Boy, man, that pepper really got me. I was sitting down there cooking them collards. And I floofed up a little too much pepper into my face. There we go. All right, coin number 3. Andrew O'Neill, Black Cloud Mining. Got a nice looking coin. Did not get a die variety. I'm moving my operation here. Hang on just a second. There we go. I moved my operation so I'm not leaning back in my chair just to talk into my mic. Should work a little better this way. Here's Starbuck. See what I did there? Little star. Starbuck got himself a nice coin. A lot of these appear to have what looks like the curve of Class 6 doubling. And I'm thinking that's probably going to be on the hub. Because a lot of the coins I've pulled out so far have had that, and they are of different dies. So that could be a feature of one of the working hubs. We got nothing so far. That's coin number 4, Starbuck. It does look like Class 6 doubling, but it's happening on pretty much every coin, which tells me it's not going to be a double die. John Brandon Bow. Got John Brandon Bow next. Let's see what we come out with here. Okay, I was looking on the top of the eyelid because it looked like there could have been something there, but it wasn't. I'm always inquisitive, always wanting to know what's next, what's big, what's not. See this right here? A little die chip down there underneath the shoulder? That tells us that's a different die from the coin that we were just looking at, because I've not seen this die chip yet. Yet we do have that curve of what appears to be Class 6 hub doubling. And we even got on the E of we. So it's telling me that there is a hub issue. Probably not a master die issue, but a working hub. Which would make sense because the working hub could have made all the dies. The same working hub could have made all the dies that we're using for this particular roll. Adam didn't make it in this one because he was busy trying to win eBay auctions. Oh, that's not good. Jim Fletcher. Jim Fletcher goes next. Got a few spots on this one. Looks like somebody got their chocolatey hands in the mix. This one has a little bit of a clip. That's actually a rim clip right there. It is a very, very finely small rim clip, but the rim becomes very weak right there. And if I flip the coin over and we go to the exact same area opposite, you'll see that it becomes weak right there too. So there's just a wee tiny bit of a clipped planchet there. That's a rim clip. It's so small, it doesn't even take away from the roundness of the coin. And the reason the strike becomes weak in that area is because there was just barely not enough metal to fill up the design completely. This is the best thing we found in the roll so far, Joe. Little rim clip. And right down there, little rim clip. And it's not even enough to take away from the roundness of the coin. It's just enough to show its weakness. And there is a relatively good size struck through right here too. I missed that the first time through. Looks like a little bit of grease or something. But that's an interesting little coin. That's coin number 6, goes to Jim Fletcher. Now for number 7. Coin number 7 goes to Jeff Dunn. Jeff Dunn, this is your coin number 7. Little split serif RPM going on here. Looks like anyway. Let me zoom it in, take a better look at it, because it looks like we might have something else going on too. Come on, camera. Get the light. Yeah, see that little hook on the top? That looks like an extra upper curve. Let me get myself situated here. There is an upper split serif. I think the lower serif is also split. It is, barely. But I'm mostly interested in this little curve coming up off the top of the mint mark. I'm going to call that an RPM for now, and I'm going to go back and take a look at it later and see if perhaps it is actually an RPM. So we're going to assume for now that we have an RPM. We're going to call this die number 1 for the roll. And we're going to find us a really good marker. We do have a die gouge just southwest of the 1 of the date. Along the vest, along the front line of the vest right there. That is a decent marker. What else do we have for a marker? A big old die scratch coming out of the forehead going southeast. Let's see what else we have here. There's our class 6 stuff again. Not really sure exactly what's going on with that. But when I'm going through a roll and I see that, I say, wow, that's interesting. And then I keep going, I see it again, I see it again, I see it again. Then I know I've got an issue. I've got something that's not really just a double die. Okay, we're going to call this one an RPM. It's going to go to Jeff Dunn. It's going to be coin number 7. It's going to be our first die variety of the roll. And I'll have to attribute it later. That's going to be die number 1 for the roll. The next coin will go to Joe McBride. Let's see what Joe gets. It is not the same die. I don't have the hook on the top of the mint mark. I do not have the upper split serif. No doubled eyelid. No other doubling that I can see. Oh, this one's got the little die gouge. It's got the little die gouge below the shoulder. So we know this one's not going to be a double die because we already have seen this die. I want to make sure we look closely though. This is how things are discovered. You don't ever assume. We know what assumption does. All right, Jim Fletcher. Jim Fletcher comes next. Got coin number 9. Coin number 9 is this one right here. And looks like I've got nothing going on this mint mark. No doubled eye. Look how clean this coin is, though. And this one's so far super clean. A little mark next to the Y. Ooh, there's a little spot next to the I of N. But this coin is in really good shape. Really nice. Let's see, let's look at the reverse. As is customary with most of these older rolls, when I'm going through them, if I find a coin that looks really nice, I will move the scope so that we can zoom out and take a look at what the coin looks like without superb magnification. So let's take a look at this one. There we go. It's a nice coin. Oh, it's just got a spot on the jacket. I missed the spot on the lapel on the coat. It's a nice coin. Let's flip it over and take a look at the other side. Yeah, see that? That's a nice coin. Very bright, nice luster. So you can see when you back out a little bit and you take a look at the same coins that we've been looking at, they don't look nearly as bad from just a little bit of distance as they do right up close with all those X's in magnification. But it's these X's in magnification that we need to be able to see the details that we're looking for, to see what kind of premium value these coins might have. But you can see they are pretty nice, regardless. All right, there we go, Jim Fletcher. Now for coin number 10. Coin number 10 goes to Rudy Alfaro. Rudy's coin number 10 is right here. Let's see what we have on there. I'm going to turn the light down just a little bit so we can see it better. Oh no. You go spot right in front of the eye. That's exactly where you don't want a spot. Then you get one right in front of the eye. That's unfortunate. Okay, we got no errors on this one. Tag and bag it. Moving on to the next one. Greg McCoy. Mr. McCoy gets this. Very nice little example. Got a bit of a hit on the forehead. Nothing else do I see on that side. Let's take a look at the reverse here real quick. And the reverse shows up to be rather normal to me. That's coin number 11 now. Coin number 12 will go to Deanne. Got Deanne here. Okay, I'm seeing nothing on the mint mark area. Hello, Andrew. Flip it over and take a look at the other side, see what happened to the other side at the mint. Looks like it was struck as a completely normal coin. As was the goal of the mint. They didn't want to give us things to collect. They wanted nice looking coins to circulate. And well, that's what they did with this one. Let's see, Techstar. Techstar will get the next coin. That's coin number 13. This is Lucky Coin 13, and it is one of our RPMs. Or maybe it's a different one. But it does have the upper split serif. I don't see that little hook on the top, though. There's a piece of metal that was folded over and struck into the coin. We have a minor split serif, split upper serif RPM. What were we looking at as a marker? It was a die gouge southwest of the 1. This is not the same die. This one's going to have a old heavy die gouge to the east of the D mint mark, as you can see right there. But it does have a split upper serif. Let's take a look at the reverse and see if we have anything on the reverse, because we know we haven't seen this die before, or we haven't recognized the fact that it's an RPM. And we've got nothing special on the reverse, so Techstar is going to get himself an RPM in coin number 13. I'm going to pull that off to the side. We're going to take a look at it later. We're going to see if it's a listable RPM. If it is a listable RPM, we will certainly get it photographed, get it into the system. Mr. Patillo, Chuck 2, gets our next coin. It's coin number 14. This one is an RPM. This one, well, it also does not have, okay, this is the same die as the die we just looked at. See the die gouge? Looks almost like a little 7. So it looks like it's a 1947 D7. This one's bright and shiny. Got a couple of spots on it, but it's got a lot of luster. Bright, colorful coin. Oh, wait a minute. This one's got our little die gouge. So now I know I've got another, at least a couple of more of these in our pile. So this one's going to turn out to be a minor RPM that we're going to have to look into, but I've got other examples of this minor RPM to find. In fact, I'm going to go back into the roll. We're only 12 coins deep, and we've got a really hefty marker right here to use. It's that little die chip below the shoulder to find other examples of this split upper serif RPM. So let's go back and we'll take a look at the others. This is coin number 14. Coin number 14 is going to be our league coin for finding others of its make. That is one of them right there. So that was coin number 13. So coin number 13, coin number 14 are the same die. So now let me go back through coins 1 through 12 real quickly here. And we're just looking for that mark. That was Sissy's coin, coin number 1. There's Midnight Silver Run. This does not have it. Andrew O'Neill, Black Cloud Mining. This does not have it. I do this a lot when I'm going through rolls. I end up going through the roll 2, 3, 4 times to make sure I've milked it of its goodies. This is John Brandon Bowes' coin. He does have one of them right there. So now we look over at the RPM itself. It's not making it self-evident, but we do have that gouge next to the D, so this one's definitely one of them. So coin number 5 was missed the first time through. Coin number 6, not one of them. This is the one that has the little rim clip on it. That was for Mr. Fletcher. This is Joe McBride's coin number 8. This is one of them. Right there. And we do have the gouge next to the D. So coin number 8 will be an RPM. So far we've got 4 of them. 5, 8, 13, and 14. I got 4 or 5 more coins to look at here. Then we'll get back on the roll hunt. This is not one of them. That was coin number 9, Mr. Fletcher. This is coin number 10. Not one of them. That's Rudy Alfaro. Coin number 11, Greg McCoy. This is not one of them. Coin number 11, Greg McCoy. And then Deanne, coin number 12. Also not one of them. Okay. So now we've cropped back up. We're at coin number 15 now. Does that die have a die crack over the eye? We're going to find another one, I'm sure. And so we'll check when we get the other one out. Eric Beyer. We're going to have at least one more of these. They seem to be rather plentiful in this particular roll. This one has a really minor split on the lower serif. It is not the same die. And it also does not appear to be indicative of die number 1 on the day. So this is going to be die 3. We'll get ourselves a good marker off of this if we can. See that heavy die dot to the southeast of the D? We'll use that. There's a heavy die dot down there south of the D. Southeast, anyway. Well, wait a minute. Am I going to have trouble locating? I'm even having trouble trying to locate anything on this die. Okay, I just won't call it on that one. I'll find it on the second pass through. If we're going to have a second pass through, it'll be... So this one's a very late die state reverse, and I don't remember seeing a very late die state reverse yet in this roll. Starbuck Jeff and coins. You okay? Say you're in the ER. You work there, or are you injured? It's Eric. Let's see. I do believe I did call. Yeah, Starbuck, you had a coin already. It's coin number 4 in the roll. And it was not anything special. And that, I believe, is it. Yeah, that is it so far. We're up to coin number 16 now. Chest pain. Oh my gosh, I hope you're doing okay. I sure hope you're doing okay. Can't believe you'd be in a show. I guess the ER can be a rather boring place to be. That's for sure. I hope you get better soon, son. I do not want to see any of our people hurting at all. That's horrible. Brother, I hope you're doing better soon. Very soon. You got me worried now. Stay in touch with me, okay? Want you to stay in touch with me. As soon as everything's okay and you know everything's okay, give me a shout. Let me know you're doing okay. There's Rudy Alfaro. If you don't let me know, I'm going to be emailing you tomorrow. So, Joe Durbin. Joe Durbin gets coin number 17 now. Joe Durbin's coin number 17 is not going to be one of the special ones. Yeah, Starbuck for sure. I want you to contact me when you know everything's okay. And I will spread the word if you so choose. Let me know that you're okay, and I will let everyone else know. A lot of different things can cause chest pain. So let's just hope it's not one of the worser things. This is one of our RPMs right here. There's our die gouge, and we're going to find our little die dot right there, little chip. All right, let's take a look at the reverse to see if we have any error issues on this one. Nothing special that I can see. But this is Wild Bill, and it is another one of the die number 2 for the roll. And we got Justin Busman, not Justin Bieber. Looks like a normal coin so far. Nice, clean looking coin. A little bit of a hit there in front of the nose. Has been a pretty nice roll so far. Not too far out of expectation. We're getting a couple of RPMs, even though they're pretty minor. We're still getting a couple of RPMs out of it. We're getting some pretty nice grade coins. Nice red roll and a good time we're having. Except now we're all worried about Starbuck. Shannon McCord. Shannon McCord is next with coin number 20. This is coin number 20. It is one of our RPMs, I do believe. Yep, this is one of them. Right, bam, right there. See our little die chip. So this one's going to go in the pile with the others. Let's flip it over and check the reverse for any errors. And I don't see anything on the reverse side. So that one's for Shannon. It's another die number 2 for the roll. And the next coin will go to Farm Dog. Farm Dog gets the next coin in the roll. Here it is, right here. Oh, that is definitely an RPM. It's not one of the typical RPMs. This is a die number 1. See the die gouge down to the southwest of the 1 of the date up against the vest? That little die scratch right there, we're using that as our marker to find that die again. So this is die 1. There's our die scratch going southeast from the forehead. Check the reverse side here for any issues. Nothing there. That's good to hear, Tim. And next time you do see him, tell him the coin guy thanks him for his service. Andrew O'Neill, Black Cloud Mining, coin number 22. Coin number 22 right here is going to be our next coin. And this one is not a variety, not a repunchment mark. So it appears. Check real quick. Nope. Got nothing on this one. Keep looking around. We've got a pretty nice clean coin here, though. On the U.S. Postal Service, if they don't get a bailout and go belly up, how do we get our packages mailed? Do we have to rely on FedEx or UPS or another company? Well, that's a good question. I'm not really sure exactly how to answer it. I know that FedEx and UPS can be a lot more expensive and a lot slower than the Postal Service. And we'll just have to deal with that when it comes. But if it turns out that the USPS does not exist and we have to use one of the other services to get your packages to you, then that's exactly what we'll do. Your packages will get to you one way or the other. John Brandon Bowe gets the next coin, number 23. Looks like it's beer 30 for Dave. Majestic. Finding himself a slip away from work. A little struck through right there on the shoulder. It's a small one. This is one of our RPMs. I didn't notice it at first, but yep, there it is. You can see the split upper serif there. See your little die gouge next to the side, next to the D mint mark. See your D7. Actually, that almost does match the exact shape of the 7. Ho, sissy. I don't know that they'll never fall, but I do know that if the corporate part of it that is running it now tends to falter, I know that the government will probably pick it back up. So I doubt we have anything to worry about. There may be temporary service interruptions. If there are temporary service interruptions, that just have to be understood that that's what's going to happen. But I doubt that we're going to have any real permanent issues. This is a nice coin right here. Very nice coin going to Joe Durbin. Sweet. Very nice looking coin. Got a few spots on the reverse, but the obverse is a very clean, nice Gembu coin. Alright, here we go. That's coin number 24. Getting on to the middle of the roll now. Middle of the roll, we got Wild Bill. Wild Bill gets coin number 25. Let's take a look at coin number 25 and see what it is. Doesn't look like an RPM. I'm not seeing much else on it right now. Let's keep looking. Take a look at the reverse. Okay, this is one of the very late die state reverse coins. It does not have any kind of a variety on it. You tell a coin is very late die state by looking at the outer edge of the most die-worn characters on the coin. If they've lost their outside edge altogether and they're just kind of mashing out toward the rim, then you have a very late die state coin. You'll start delivery for me? By horse and carriage, huh? Maybe we can just start a courier service. Right? Both of us get Mr. Ed out in front of us pulling a carriage. We'll get your package to you in 3 weeks. But you have to feed us when we come by. Let's see. Not seeing anything on this coin. This appears to be another one that's going to have the very late die state reverse, I do believe. That is what it is. It's going to be another one that has the very late die state reverse and has no variety on the coin. So it's just a typical 1947 D. Lincoln cent. A nice uncirculated one from an original roll. But nothing special about it. Alright, Deang gets coin number 27. This one's a bright coin. Wow. This has got lots of luster. Lots of luster, Lester. Couple of little spots. Not a big deal. Very nice, clean looking coin. Otherwise, got just a couple of spots, it looks like, on the reverse. A couple of little spots. I mean, they're not highly noticeable. Let's put it that way. Got a well-struck coin here, too. Very nice, Deanne. Good one for you. And let's move on to coin number 28 now. Coin number 28 will go to Greg McCoy. This one, not an RPM. It's got a late die state obverse. It's not going to be a double die obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse and see if it was any better for wear. And no, it's not. It's a very late die state reverse. Sorry about that. Froggy in my throat. Probably from that pepper. Got the pepper in my nose. And it always knows. The flavor of fruit. No. That's not the way that goes. Let's see what we have here. You guys are being really quiet. Oh, wait a minute. I've got top chat on. That's probably why you're being really quiet. Okay. There's no loogie on the copper. I turn my head. Don't have to worry about that. We all good. There's a loogie from somebody else. That's a 70-year-old fingerprint right there. 73 years. 73 years this roll's been around. And we had to bust it open today. Of course we did. And why? Why not? Midnight Silver Run. Midnight Silver Run will pick up the next coin. Let's see if we can find him a really nice example for his book. Hey, look at that. We've got an RPM. We've got an RPM. It's going to be one of these. Nope, it's not one of those. Which one is it? Oh, this is die 1. See your die scratched southwest of the 1 to the bottom left of the 1. This is die number 1 for the day. Got ourselves a pretty nice looking coin here too. Got a couple of little spotty flaky thingies going on here and there, but it's not really bad. How many words can I make up while I'm going through a roll? Well, of course, in the days of Bob Ross, he made up all kinds of words. It's got a nice little flaky little thing going on right over here. There's no mistakes. We don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents. That happens to be the shirt I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing my Bob Ross shirt. Joe McBride. Joe McBride gets the next coin in the roll. Not reading much on this one. Not reading much here at all. Hello, Randy. Is that how it's pronounced, Randy? Or Rande? Tell me how to pronounce it. Got a lot of really quiet people here. A lot of quiet ones. Got 34 people watching, 21 likes. Must mean I'm not doing something right. I'd love to see 34 likes on there. It only helps. Randy. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'll just call you Randy. New here, welcome. Welcome to the show. I'm going to add you in as a moderator so I know you're not a troll. I have a little bit of an issue with trolls. So we want to make sure that all of our good people are colored blue. So they're welcome to come in anytime and watch the show. Hello, Patrick's in. Let me add you in. So to you guys who are new here, who haven't really said much, Randy is a troll. Seems like somebody knows Randy. Maybe too well. Well, hello, David Carlisle. I know I've seen your name before. So here's what we've got. This is what we're doing. These coins came out of an original 1947 D roll that was opened today, live, on camera, in this show. In fact, this right here, no, is it this? Yeah. This right here is the wrapper it came out of. It was an original 1947 D Lincoln cent roll. We opened the roll after all 50 of the coins were sold. And a little name chip like this was made for each person who purchased a coin in the roll. Those names all go inside this bag. I draw a name, pick the next coin off the roll, and that coin goes to that person, regardless of anything else about the coin, its condition or otherwise. If it's a die variety, they get it. If it's a valuable die variety, they still get it. You have a good night too, Hidden Numismatist. So here we've got Shannon McCord. Shannon McCord will get the next coin in the roll. And the next coin is an RPM. It's going to be an RPM number 1 for the day. I want to take a look at this again. Yeah, it does have that little hook on the top of it, so we could actually have a little north RPM going on there. Is this the one, Paula, that you wanted to check? Hey, Coin Dragon. Is this the one that you wanted to check for the die crack above the eye? I don't see much up there. I don't see anything up there, actually. So no die crack above the eye on this one. This is die number 1 for the day. We have a minor split upper serif, but we've also got a little curve up to the north of the RPM that I believe could possibly be another repunching. Let's take a look at the reverse on this one real quick and see if we run into any error issues. Take a look at that little stripe of color in the coin right there. You can tell it's in the coin because it skips right over all of the humps and bumps on the coin without being affected at all. It just runs straight through. So you know that's like the Woody effect. Yeah, so this evening we don't have any more reveals coming up this evening. This is the last one for today, but we have 2 of them tomorrow. We have a 1960D roll at 11 o'clock in the morning. Then we have a 1958D at 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. And then Saturday is going to be our big one. Saturday we're going to have a 1973D roll. That's going to come up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then at 9 p.m. Saturday, we're going to open a brand new, fresh 1949S roll of Lincoln Cents, a 1949 San Francisco roll. And it's going to be some nice stuff. Tim, I'm not, because of what I do with the OBW rolls, I don't just sell them outright. I mean, I have OBW rolls, but not the older ones. What I've got in OBW stuff is going to be all memorials. If you're talking about memorials, we can definitely talk. I've got lots of memorial rolls. But if you're looking for wheats, I'm probably not the right person to talk to. I like being able to share these rolls like this. If I were to sell them outright, I wouldn't have a whole lot of point. So that's Kelly Michaud, our nice Canadian friend from Vancouver, or from the British Columbia area, anyway. He's not from Vancouver. Mr. Patet. Mr. Patet will get the next coin in the roll. Yeah, Tim, I just sold almost 2,000 rolls of memorials yesterday. On a show I did last night starting at 8 p.m., just as I do almost every Tuesday at 8 p.m., just check the channel for scheduled programming. And this is exactly, Randy, this is exactly what we're doing now. We're opening the reveals that we sold during the end of the show yesterday. That's coin number 35, I'm sorry. Coin number 35. Coin number 36 will go to Farm Dog. Farm Dog gets coin number 36, and this is coin number 36 right here. So we've got a nice clean looking coin so far. A couple of little tiny flex spots. Really smile. Our flex spots are real tiny though. And the reverse, we have some flex spots. Let's see if it turns into a full-blown fingerprint or not. Not really. Just a few little spots running up and down the center of the coin. A couple of small hits. All right. This one's for Farm Dog. Coin number 37 now. Coin number 37 will belong to Shannon McCord. Shannon McCord gets coin number 37. And on coin number 37, we do have an RPM. Now, this one is going to be our die number 2 for the day. It's going to have the die chip below the vest, or below the coat, right there, below the shoulder. I know what I'm trying to say. It's just my words don't come out right. Maybe I should put it in a song, right? Because the words just come out wrong. That Shannon's going to get himself a die number 2 for the day, die number 2 for the roll here. We've got about half a dozen of those so far. Tim, I can do memorials. I can't sell wheats like that. I've got a lot of memorial rolls. There's another RPM, because this is what I enjoy doing the most. I like doing this, and I can't do this if I sell all of them. It's a really minor RPM, though. That's one of them, right there. Another die number 2 for the day. Now we're going to check this one to see if it has a die crack above the eye. It does not appear to have a die crack above the eye. It does have a spot on the nose. Somebody hand him a tissue. He's got a booger on his nose. This is a pretty nice roll. This one is a pretty nice roll. So I'm going to stick this one in the pile for Mr. Patat of the die number 2 for the roll RPMs. And we'll move on to coin number 39. Coin number 39 next. Andrew O'Neill, Black Cloud Mining. And Andrew O'Neill, Black Cloud Mining gets himself, it is an RPM. A little minor split upper serif. This one's going to have the die gouge because I can see my little 7 die scratch over next to the D. And there it is, right there. And keep looking for any error issues or things of circumstance, I would call it. Character. Things that have character. And so far I'm not seeing anything else special about this coin. So this is going to go into the pile of die varieties that we have found so far in this roll. That's going to be Andrew O'Neill. Coin number 39 is a die number 2 for the roll. And we have Starbuck is next. I hope he's doing well. I hope everything works out. They get him some medication or whatever he needs to become better adjusted and get better soon. This is for you, Starbuck. Looks like we have a normal 1947D. It's a nice coin. There's nothing wrong with the coin. It just happens to not be a repunchment mark or a double die on the obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse real quick. Taking a look at the reverse, we are going to find that this is one of the very late die state reverse coins. I remember that little chip next to the N right there from a previous one. So there are no die varieties on the reverse. Let's take a look and see if there's any error issues, things of circumstance. Nothing there, so that's coin number 40 for Starbuck. Starbuck Jeffin coins. Let's take a look at the next coin. Going to be for Rudy Alfaro. Rudy Alfaro gets coin number 41. And coin number 41 is not an RPM. We've seen this die. I remember that die scratch right there in the fold of the jacket in front of the shoulder. A die scratch right in there. Right there. Tim Crowell. It's Starbuck Jeff and coins. He came in. He's in the ER with chest pain. We're going to monitor the situation and see what happens with him. I hope he gets better for sure. I wonder if his family or friends know to give us a shout and let us know what's going on in the event that he's not able to. Greg McCoy, coin number 42 now. And we have nothing on this one. Same die as the last coin. Same die scratch. So we'll look around for error issues, see if there's anything obvious on the coin that needs to be discussed. Otherwise, we will tag it, bag it, and move it on. Keep looking around. And we see nothing else of any special circumstance with this coin, so we will tag and bag coin number 42 to Greg McCoy and move on to coin number 43. Coin number 43 is going to go to Deanne. Deanne will get coin number 43. Let's take a look and see what it is. And I don't see anything special about this one yet. Nothing on the obverse. Let's flip it over and take a look at the reverse. Yep, this is that one. Nothing going on here. Let's get that one in the holder. Move on to the next one. It's coin number 44 now. Coin number 44 goes to Joe Durbin. Joe Durbin gets a little spot on the mint mark. Little spot on the mint mark. We otherwise appear to have a normal 1947 D-Lincoln cent here. Let's take a look at the reverse. So what can I do to keep people from falling asleep during my shows? I will make sure everyone knows what I know about Starbuck. I'm not really sure he's going to keep in touch with me, but if he does, I will definitely let everyone else know. That is, if he tells me it's okay. I don't want to encroach on his privacy in any way, but I do want him to let us know what's going on if he can, because he should know that we care. Jim Fletcher. Don't sing. What do you don't like my singing? Oh my gosh. You're a tough crowd. So I can't sing. Oh no. That's ugly. Okay, I appreciate that, S-Mac. If you can let us know what's going on with him, I would appreciate it. My email address, you can let me know directly. My email address is cd@coppercoins.com. So cd@coppercoins.com. Got nothing on that one. That's coin number 45. We got 5 coins left in this roll. And this roll will be history. Eric Beyer. Eric Beyer gets coin number 46. Let's see what coin number 46 has to hold for us. This is going to be one of those, so it's going to be a normal coin. Let's take a look for any error issues. Nothing on the obverse. What about the reverse? And the reverse is fresh, clean, and clear of error issues. So we'll tag and bag this one and move it on. That's coin number 46 for Eric Beyer. CD as in Coin Dragon. I don't think so. My name is Charles Daughtrey. I come from a long line of Charles Daughtreys. My father is not Charles. My grandfather is, as is my uncle. Good day, Ida. I sent your package off this morning. You were one of about a dozen I got out today. A lot of packing going on. Got a lot of packing. A lot of packing left to do. I've got a whole bunch of reveals to send out. I've got the coins from last week's auction. And coin number 48 will go to Farm Dog. Farm Dog gets the third to the last coin in the roll. And this one is a normal 1947D. No repunchment mark on this one. And we found no double dies in this roll, as Kaneka only lists one double die reverse and no double die obverses. That came as sort of an expectation. But what we're looking for is just nice coins. Just really cute looking coins. Alright, that's Farm Dog coin number 48. So what else do I not do, Paula? You tell me. Chuck Patillo. Chuck Patillo gets next to the last coin in the roll. And this one is also not going to be a repunchment mark. Getting cardiac test done. Checking my implant pacemaker defibrillator, so I will keep you guys posted. Oh, Ida, don't worry about it. That's fine. I'm not one of those people who's, right straight up your craw if you don't pay right away. As long as you get it paid in a couple of days, I'm good. I just like to be able to get your packages done, get your postage done, and get the packages out. Because I like to race myself to see how many packages I can get done and out of the house. Man, I was a running fool this morning. Tell you what, I got up running. Near 2,000 rolls of coins to package and get out. Now, Jeff Stanley's going to get the last coin in the roll, and I will tell you this one has a huge spot. I hate to do this. But this is Jeff Stanley's coin. And maybe I'll talk to you guys about the possibility that we only do 48 spots in a roll, and no matter what, the house takes the end coins. Okay. That's it for this roll. Jeff Stanley's got this coin number 50. So we have a pretty decent size stack of normal 1947 D Lincoln cents here. These are all the normal ones. Now, for die varieties, coin die number one for the day, we're going to turn out number 33 for Shannon, number 30 for Midnight Silver Run, number 21 for Farm Dog, number 7 for Jeff Dunn. That's 4 of those. Die number 2. We got 10 of them. Got number 39 for Andrew O'Neill. Number 38 for Steve Patet. Number 37 for Shannon McCord. Number 23 for John Brandon Bowe. Number 20 for Shannon McCord. Number 18 for Wild Bill. Number 14 for Chuck Patillo. Number 13 for Techstar. Number 8 for Joe McBride. And number 5 for John Brandon Bowe. So I got a few duplicates in there, a few repeats. A couple of people actually got one of each different die. So that'll work out for us, right? Well, my collards are done. My dinner's ready for me, and I am going to take off. I'll run downstairs and grab my dinner. Starbuck, you take care of yourself. And make sure you let me know what is going on with you so we will all know and be able to keep up. I appreciate it, Ida. This is a labor of love I've been going through for a while now, trying to figure out exactly how to do this the best and quickest way. You say I'm organized, but man, I tell you what, it's not always been that way. All right, I appreciate it, folks. Tomorrow, my first reveal is at 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. That's a 1960D roll, and then my next one is going to be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've got 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The 2 o'clock is a 1958D roll. So I appreciate it, folks. You guys have a great night. And if I don't see you before then, have a great weekend, too.